Okay, so just wanted to kind of have a conversation here, and I wanted, in front of the Douglas C. Gillespie building here, where the coppers exist, where they fly a black flag above the building. Everybody hit the like button if you would, please. So this is the Las Vegas Metro Police Department, and this is the Internal Affairs Division here. I think we're in front of Building C here. So I wanted to take a second and just have a bit of a conversation. Everybody hit the like button. How is everybody today? Nice to see you guys. Whether you're watching next week, next month, or next year, please take 2 seconds and take your finger and reach down and hit the like button. So I wanted to talk directly to the members of the Las Vegas Metro Police Department, and I wanted to be abundantly clear in what I'm going to say here and now. Look, I am a journalist, I'm an investigative journalist, I'm a civil rights activist, and I'm on a mission. And my mission is extraordinarily clear. So I'm talking directly to Las Vegas Metro Police and the police department, the officers, the people involved in Las Vegas Metro Police Department, because I don't call them sergeant and lieutenant. I think that's the bane of our existence, is militarizing the police in this country. So, Las Vegas Metro Police Department, you guys need to understand something. I don't like being touched. I don't like you putting your hands on me. Now that you guys are learning who I am, I've been a part of 2 different lawsuits against you guys over the past 2 months. I will sue you again. Sergeant Martinez, I'm this close to filing a lawsuit against you for trying to chill my First Amendment right. This close, Martinez. I'm just really busy in 6 different lawsuits across the country from bad cops that I've sued. So I want to be clear here. This is why I came on here, right here in front of Internal Affairs. Oh, sorry, your case is closed. No more information. That's what you guys told me. I heard you. Believe me, I heard exactly what you're saying. I heard you. And the people here, they heard you. If you're new to Delete Lawz, welcome to the channel. The channel has a very, very plain and clear mission. Number 1, we are a nonviolent group to get our actions done through petitioning, legislation, press. That's our group. We are a nonviolent group. To every Las Vegas Metro police officer watching, I have no ill intent or violence towards you. When you interact with me, you do not touch me. I am a member of the press with over 1,000 videos on right here on this one page. Since 2021, my videos have been seen over 75 million times. That's a couple times, okay? Now, during that time and all the interactions I've had, the number 1 mission of Delete Lawz, non-violent petitioning, lawsuit, press, peaceful protests and sit-ins. That's what we're gonna do. I was arrested in Ironton, Ohio for peacefully protesting. Dirty Judge Waldo tried to revoke my bond. I had to flee Ohio until we go through the federal civil rights case. You can look it up. Justia DeCastro versus Wagner. That is a current ongoing civil rights case I have in Ohio. The mission of this channel is extraordinarily clear, Las Vegas Metro Police Department. Number 1, overturn Terry versus Ohio, and the plethora of different laws that exist after it. Plethora. I've heard so many people say plethora, and I laugh at them when I see it, and then because you hear it so many times, then you say it, and you sound like just a dunce cap. So, number 1, our mission is to overturn Terry versus Ohio, numero uno, and knock down every existing case precedent, stare decisis jurisprudence law that exists after it. That is the mission. Number 2, get cameras in every single courtroom in America, from the very small court in the borough, the town, the district, all the way up to the federal court and the Supreme Court. We should have a right to film our interactions in the courthouse. Our rights should not end at the courthouse door. That should not happen. It absolutely shouldn't happen. But yet here I am standing in front of the Las Vegas Metro Police Department explaining to them, we have a very specific mission with Delete Lawz. If you're a part of Delete Lawz and you're new to this, listen, there's a mission here. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. Get cameras in every single courtroom in America. If you have court, make sure you have some sort of recording device, or somebody has a recording device for you, because the courts in the United States of America are cheating people. Because it's a miscarriage of justice. You don't like abortion? It's an abortion of justice. When you go to court and you can't record your session, where you can't audio or video record your session without getting permission from the judge. Number 3, overturn Tenney versus Brandoff. Tenney versus Brandoff allows to give judges and legislators immunity And that's one of the biggest problems in this country. So, Las Vegas Metro Police Department, let me say it again so you guys understand something. This is a non-violent movement. The people involved in this movement are non-violent. When I interact with you, Las Vegas Metro Police Department coppers, I am not carrying a gun to shoot you. I am not stashing a knife in my pocket to stab you. I have no intentions of any sort of violence. If you guys ever hear that DeCastro snapped and he punched a cop, they're lying. They're lying. I have been in so many fistfights in my life, I can't count them all. I fought hundreds of men, literally hundreds. I'm not gonna snap because of an intense situation with a copper. Copper can grab me and do all the horrible things cops do to you. If you ever hear that, oh, Chille snapped and punched a cop, no, I didn't. If you ever hear that I killed myself, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I've been through much, much, much worse than facing down these coppers over here. I've been through much worse. It's not even been close. The things that I've been through in my life, because I was baptized in the fire, I can stand in adversity and I will not break. I will not snap. That's not who I am. You guys have seen me walk up into crowds of people who want to hurt me, and I sit there and I film the person and I give them a chance to say their position. But I just want to be clear, there's lots and lots of people joining this movement. We have a mission, overturn Terry versus Ohio, which then creates a bunch of other cases that have to go. Carroll versus United States, 1925, Brinegar versus United States, 1949, Kerr versus California, 1963, Graham versus Connor, 1989. If you're unfamiliar with those cases, and Terry versus Ohio, if you're unfamiliar with those cases, they're on my ebook, on my website, they're on my poster, on my website. You should always know the cases that I'm talking about. It's taken me years, 2 decades to learn all the things I've learned. I'm completely autodidactic. I learned it all on the internet from professors. I attended classes. I've done all kinds of things to educate myself on the fundamentals of constitutional law. And that's what matters the most to me, is changing this organization from the top down. Number 3, get rid of the term law enforcers altogether. It's absolutely pointless. These guys go to something called POST, Peace Officer Standards and Training. You've heard of that. It's in every single state in America, from Alaska to Montana to Florida to New York to Maine. What every single copper goes to is a Peace Officer Standards and Training, POST. Last week, I read the Nevada Post Manual. I read the entire thing. And let me just tell you something. They go to this post thing, and then when they get out of post, what happens? They then magically become law enforcers. How's that happen? Well, when you take a beta male and you put him through post, Peace Officer Standard and Training, and then when he gets out, he becomes an enforcer. Brother, you're no enforcer, dude. You are a peace officer. Your job is to uphold my rights. You are below the line. I am above the line. Your job is to uphold my rights and uphold my freedoms. That is the functionality of what protection is supposed to be for in the United States of America by these coppers. But last night I ran into a cop who previously put his hands on me. And you guys may have seen the video from yesterday. The other night I ran to that cop and I put the video out yesterday. And the copper who walked up to me, he has not apologized. He put his hands on me the last time I saw him. Now, let me say one more thing. I'm not gonna be wrestling coppers, all right? I'm 48 years old. I'm past my prime. I still got a gigantic ego. I'm working on it. I'm not gonna change much from where I'm at now. But I'm not gonna be going down and wrestling coppers. When you physically touch me and challenge me, I'm likely tougher than you are. And so it gets my dander up. But the truth is, my people, Team DLZ, need me to stay focused on the mission at hand. Overturn Terry versus Ohio, get cameras in the courtroom, change the term law enforcer into peace officer, change their uniforms, move to a camera system that every person in America gets access to. We kill Big Brother. You know, if it was up to me here in Las Vegas, I would put cameras up everywhere. Everywhere there would be cameras and you could log into them. Whatever I can see from the public street, you should be able to log into it. I should be able to look up that copper's body cam footage and there should be just file after file after file. So you, the public, can investigate coppers who are doing bad things. You know how many people call me and say cops are stalking me? I guess this is the new term. This is the new way that we do it, right? It's like this now. You guys have to understand something. You have to understand. And I'm talking to the Las Vegas Metro Police Department. We don't stop. We don't stop, baby. Put OTVO in the chat. Everybody put OTVO. That stands for Overturn Terry versus Ohio. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Let me see if I can get 1,000 of them. I can't see the screen because I don't have my glasses on, but it looks like there's a few hundred people in here. Put it in there. OTVO. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. So that copper who I ran into the other night, the one who assaulted me when I was pulled over, and so let me give you the backlog because I'm excited and I'm tired of these guys thinking they can physically touch me. Keep your damn hands off me. Don't touch me, bro. All right? If I'm carrying a gun, it's not for you, dude. It's for my own protection. I don't have a knife stuffed down my pocket to stab cops. That's crazy. I wish no physical or violent interaction with any police officer in Las Vegas Metro or any place across the country. Now, when you physically touch me, I get my dander up because I spent 25 years on the mat. Wrestling, fighting, pancration, sambo. I did it for years and years and years. I spent so many years being tough that I didn't realize I had a near photographic memory. Not quite, but close. I remember a lot more than a lot of people, I guess. There's some humble pie for you. But I want the Las Vegas Metro Police Department to understand what the mission of Delete Lawz is. So I listed them now. I'll list them again clearly. Overturn Terry versus Ohio, which spurs a bunch of other Supreme Court cases, Carroll, Kerr, Brinegar, Graham. Then secondly, we want to get cameras in every single courtroom in America. Thirdly, we want to get rid of the term law enforcers and get back to peace officers. Fourth, we want a camera system that we get access to. We do not want a camera system, an additional camera system, and you guys can look it up. I believe it's called Flock cameras, F-L-O-C-K. Look that up, Flock cameras. They're setting them up all over the country. Your police department is being funded by this Flock company, and they're putting up the solar paneled cameras where only the coppers get access to it. Unregulated, only the coppers can see in what's going on. That's crap. We kill Big Brother by us all getting access to the camera footage. So now tell me where in that mission it says start a revolution. Tell me where it says do violence upon police. It doesn't. It doesn't. So I want to say it again. If you guys ever hear that I lost my mind and I got mad and I punched a copper, they're lying. They're absolutely lying. If you've been following my mission for the past couple years, you've seen that I've driven across the country from California to Maine and back twice. And in that time, I've had interactions with hundreds, if not thousands of people on camera. Some of those people have been extraordinarily hostile towards me. I will not go to violence. I will not. And if you're a part of this group, then you are on the same mission because I will not lead a violent mission. I don't want to get myself or anybody else killed. We cannot fight this power with violence. We have overwhelming numbers now. We can put 1,000 people in this parking lot, sit in right here, and they won't be able to move their cars. And they can drag us off to the dungeon, but then you need 1,000 coppers to come down here to do it. That's the point. Peace, legislation, petition, sue their happy asses until they're done. Sergeant Martinez, I'm considering suing you. I'm this close, buddy. I'm this close. You had no right to block my camera. You had no right to come and say, that's one, you're interfering, that's two. Let me tell you something, Martinez, that's 3, 4, 5, 6 in your face. And when I sue your ass, you're gonna learn. You have no right to touch me, coppers. I am a journalist with thousands and thousands of videos. I am not a violent person. I do not believe in violence. All the things that all the people will say about me, but yet they cannot produce a victim of violence. They can't get a battery charge. They can't get a 911 call. They can get nothing because I've never hurt anybody who didn't enter into mutual combat with me. And that was before I was 25 years old. I'm too old and too intelligent to go wrestling coppers. It's not what I want to do with my time. I want to change things, and I will change things, and you and me will do it together. I can't do anything alone. You guys know that. The only reason that I have any power at all whatsoever is because the Constitution and that there's thousands and thousands and thousands of people joining every day and following the mission to overturn Terry versus Ohio, get cameras in the courtroom, change law enforcers to peace officers, and to get a camera system that we get access to. This is such crap across the country. If you guys are unfamiliar with my email address, it's can'tgetbodycam@gmail.com. If you can't get the body cam, send me an email, can'tgetbodycam@gmail.com. That's my email address. Because across the country, people can't get their body cam when the cop has assaulted them, beat them, intruded on them, trespassed on their property, warrantlessly searched their house. That's what I'm talking about. And that's got to change. We need a transparency within this organization or we're screwed. We will never have our civil liberties, ever. And so along the route, what I'm doing is I'm educating people, I'm teaching people. I'm teaching you the cases you need to learn through my trifold, through my ebook, and through my poster. I carry it with me. Your driver's license should be laminated, a photocopy of it. Your proof of registration, your insurance should be laminated. It should look just like this. Now mine has tape on it because thousands of people watch my videos. There's my registration and my proof of insurance. There's the front and back of my driver's license. It's right there. When you get pulled over, you're gonna be disoriented. Why isn't your ish set up properly, bro? Just explain it to me. Why isn't your ish set up properly? This takes 10 minutes at Kinko's, 10 minutes at FedEx, 10 minutes to get it so then you have a copy of your license, your registration, proof of insurance right on you at all times. And then the dirty copper can't take your license and stick it in his top pocket. And then you feel like he's got dominion over you. He's got your property. Now, in some states, you have to actually give them the actual driver's license. Great, cool, but what if you don't have it on you? What if you have to fumble around, reach in your back pocket? This goes up in your visor. This trifold here, it says learn the law on it. I've given several lectures on it. It's on my website. I give it away for free, baby. It's $8 to download, 30 to buy, and we send it to you printed. This goes with your license, registration, proof of insurance in your car. For the love of God, don't reach. For the love of your family, for your friends, for everybody who ever put 1 ounce of energy into you, don't reach. If you reach back for your wallet, it could be the last time you reach. Do not reach, bro. Don't reach. Have your stuff lined out. Have your stuff lined out. Have your license, registration, proof of insurance inside your trifold. Right there, invoke your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Educate yourself. Get strong. Get strong with your rights. Flex your rights. This is the most important thing to me, and this is all that I do with my time, and I will never stop. I will never, ever stop. So the copper that I saw the other night who had previously assaulted me on a traffic stop before, where the copper, so I'll give you guys the backlog now that I've kind of taken a breath here. About 3 weeks ago, the cops pulled me over and said that I went too quick. I was watching the yellow light and I timed it just right, and boom, I went through the light right when it turned green. He said I went too soon. He pulled me over. I'm also a civil rights activist in this town. I also have sued Las Vegas Metro, or been a part of 2 different lawsuits in the last 2 months. So am I surprised that I got pulled over? Not at all. However, when I got pulled over, the copper who pulled me over, we went back and forth. I had my laminated license. He said, "Where's your real license?" I said, "That's a laser copy. Looks just like my real thing. And best thing is, it's better because it's more clear, and that's my actual." And he said, "No problem." He took it. I took the tape off. He ran my driver's license number. No warrants. So then when they were back there, I saw another cop, and then they had a powwow back there with 4 cops behind my car. And you know what? I'm not under your dominion, copper. You don't have control of my bodily motions, Mr. Sandoval, who's getting sued for $5 million. Sandoval, you're gonna cost Las Vegas Metro $5 million, bro. That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna cost at least 7 figures, Sandoval, because you hurt me. So what happened was, I saw the 4 coppers behind me. I saw these 4 coppers. They were having a little powwow, a little conference. And so I got out of the car. One of the coppers I recognized extraordinarily well. I filmed him several times. I said, "Hey, what's going on, guys?" And they said, "Get back in the car." And then one copper said, "Oh, I know who you are." And I said, "Oh, you know me?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, don't stand over there. Come over here if you're going to get out of the car." So, of course, I said, "No problem. I'll walk right over to you guys because I'm a nonviolent activist member of the press. So I'll walk over to you guys." And as I walk over to them, the copper from the other night, who's on video from last night, walks up to me and says, "You got any knives on you? Do you got any weapons on you?" And I looked at him and said, "You know I'm not going to answer any questions, bro." And then he started to grab me. Don't you put your dirty hands on me, bro. Don't you put your dirty hands on me. You know who I am. I'm the mofo that will sue your ass again. That's who I am. I will sue your ass. And if that copper had touched me the other night when I was filming that stop, right now we would be in front of the courthouse as I was filing another lawsuit. What's the mission of Delete Lawz? Petition. What is your petition? Your lawsuit. You're petitioning the government that they have wronged you, and you want to be paid now for damages for what the coppers have done to you to chill your First Amendment right or strip you of your Fourth Amendment right. Okay. All right. Okay. So good to see everybody. Hello to you too. Nice to see you, Carlos. What's going on? Let me read off a few names and just say hello to a few people. For those of you guys who have been a part of the fundraisers that I've done, just so you guys know, we put about $50,000 in people's pockets last year. We put about $50,000 out last year in donations to people who we helped either get out of jail. We helped them with living expenses. We helped them with travel. We helped so many people last year. The last calculation I have was about $50,000 that we've donated. So to the people who are the donors and who come in and people who put $5 in, $10 in, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for helping others, because it's really of no benefit to you other than you get to benevolently give to another person, and it makes you feel like maybe, just maybe, you're gonna get a pathway to heaven. Maybe, just maybe. Fingers are still crossed. Fingers are still crossed. For those of you guys who wanna support me and what I do, go to my website, Delete Lawz. There's a donations button on there, but I want you to get the trifold, the ebook, the poster. That's what I want you to get. I want you to have that poster on your wall. If you buy the $20 poster, $25 poster, go to Kinko's and print it out and put it on your wall. And then talk about every little case on there. Look at every single case on the poster, memorize it. Every case on my poster matters. It matters. I can't see very many comments. But just while I'm here, let me just read off a couple of names. Let me just read off a couple of names here. Just because you know how YouTube has the comments all messed up right now. You know how that is. Okay, so I got Johnny. What's going on? Elmer, how are you? Chevy, what's up, Playboy? What's going on with the Playboy? What's going on, Playboy? So to the Las Vegas Metro coppers who say they're not watching this, I'm a very gregarious, fun, outgoing, loving person. I'm doing my job, coppers. You signed up for something I don't respect. However, you're doing the job you signed up for, which is atrocious. That doesn't mean, though, that I'm going to attack you because I don't like your job. I'm not. That won't ever happen. That's never going to happen. If this country goes to a civil war, I leave here until the intelligent people can come back and get back to constitutional law. You follow what I'm saying to you? I'm sorry? Were you speaking to me? Okay, so hello from Florida. What's going on, Florida? Do me a favor, everybody type down in the comment section where you're watching from real quick. Type down in that comment section where you're watching from, if you would, please. Let me read off some states here. Someone said 50K, LOL. How many people did you raise money for last year, brother? How many? How many people did you do something for besides yourself? How many people did you invest in that you didn't get a return on your investment? You just invested in them. How many was it? 0. Good to see you. Nice to see you, Robert. Anthony, good to see you. I Like to Play is in California. Apache is in Hawaii. Mark, what's going on, Playboy? Ark, I got Ark in here. I Love Yahweh is here. Nice to see you. Steel Toe is in the room. What's going on, Steel Toe? What is going on, Malone? Ego Checker in Texas. What's going on, Ego Checker? How you doing, brother? It's always good to see you, man. We're following your case there, Ego Checker, and make sure you keep up with me. And I'm extraordinarily busy, so you always just got to stay on me. Slow Burner. What's going on, Playboy? Firefly. Matt 5. What's going on? Booth 732. Long Island, Dwayne Long in California. Nice to see you. Falling Down, Keith. Lots of new faces, lots of new people. Thank you guys for coming. Be clear, this is a mission. We are on a mission. Overturn Terry versus Ohio, OTVO. So just real quick, What cases spur off of Terry versus Ohio? You got to get out of the car in the name of officer safety. Pennsylvania versus Mims, 1977. The cops can take information from a confidential informant, 1983. Illinois versus Gates. All they need is information from any confidential informant, and you can be detained, investigated, and no-knock raided. 1985. Tennessee versus Garner. Police cannot shoot you as you run away unless it's in the name of officer safety. Tennessee versus Garner is an extension of Terry versus Ohio. 1995. Wilson versus Arkansas. Police cannot no-knock raid your home unless, of course, it's in the name of officer safety. See Breonna Taylor. 2013, Florida versus Harris. Police are allowed to get a drug dog, and if the drug dog barks, that is probable cause. An extension of Terry versus Ohio. 1996, Wren versus the United States. Police can pretextually stop your car based on if they're suspicious of your car. They just have to make up some traffic infraction that they think they saw, but then later they can say, you know what, I may have been mistaken, but I did it in good faith. So now you're out of your car on the side of the road being searched, skiffed, patted down. 1990, Sitz versus Michigan State Police, SITZ. That's what creates DUI checkpoints in the United States of America. Nazi checkpoints. That's what that creates. Sitz versus Michigan State Police, 1990. An extension of which law? Terry versus Ohio. 2009, Arizona versus Johnson. If you're the passenger in the car and the cop orders you out of the car, you have to get out of the car in the name of officer safety. The jurisprudence, Terry versus Ohio. You wipe away Terry, every case I just mentioned falls. Then you have your freedom back. You don't have to get out of the car in the name of officer safety because Terry versus Ohio isn't there to uphold Pennsylvania versus Mims. Now, Graham versus Connor. 1989, the use of force contingency protocols. What that means is that any officer who believes that you could be a danger to him can use the amount of force he deems reasonable based on what he's concluded in his mind about you. So these cases are essential. And then we get to the 1967 case of Pearson versus Ray, which will wipe away qualified immunity. But before that, I believe we should look at the 2001 case of Atwater versus City of Lago Vista that says that absolutely anything is arrestable. Even an infraction of the law done in front of a peace officer is arrestable. Atwater versus City of Lago Vista, 2001 has to go. These cases are in my ebook. These cases are on my poster. You have got to educate yourself. People often will contact me and say, hey, Chille, how can I help you? Educate yourself. That way, when we walk into a situation, you realize that right there, see those people right there? The copper's interviewing those two people right now. Now, I can walk over there with my camera and I can film them. Why? Because we are in a public place. You have no expectation of privacy in public. That's the entire mission. That's it. That's everything. All right? So, that's why I came here. Las Vegas Metro. I don't want to sue you again. Sergeant Martinez. Sergeant. Forgive me, I misspoke. Mr. Martinez, because we got to get rid of the ranking system within police organizations because it creates an allegiance to the person ranked above you or the allegiance ranked below you. And that's what a ranking system, a military system does. You have to do what the person above you tells you. We don't need a militaristic system in peace officers. We need people to uphold our constitutional rights. That's the entire point of what I do. This is you know, I found my calling. I've always been here. I've always been a part of this, but I found what I'm intended to do. I'm intended to lead and change these things based on the knowledge that I've learned. Share my knowledge with you, get you to a point where you know what I know so that you can stop chanting stupid slogans. No justice, no peace, no racist, police, blah, spit it. Stop saying that. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. That changes this organization fundamentally. Police could not walk up and touch you unless they had probable cause. Terry creates the reasonable articulable suspicion standard created in 1968 by Hugo Black, a member of the KKK who was on the Supreme Court and the lead inquisitor in the Terry versus Ohio case that started in 63 and ended in 1968. Okay. If you guys have any questions, if you want to reach out to me, please reach out to me through my website, DeleteLawz.com with a Z. That's where you can get my products. That's where you can get in touch with me. That's my website. We don't stop. We don't stop. We don't stop. We don't stop. Thanks for coming. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, Gators.